Hello, 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 and welcome to Updog Sports Talk. My name is Matt Miller. Joining me today is Justin McGovern. If you're new to Updog Sports Talk, we are in the middle of our 40 videos in 40 days to get all of our NFL previews out, so you can see what we think about them, how we break them down and everything. But we are a sports show that represents the little guy. So the Jaguars of the world, the Cardinals of the world, going to college football, the UTRGV Vaqueros of the world.
Yeah.
We represent the little guy. We make sure that to shed some light on everybody as much as we can, and we do talk about the top, like the LeBrons and the Tom Brady's and everything like that all the big networks talk about, but we don't spend every waking moment talking about them. We bring other teams into the equation. So on that note, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. We all know why everyone's here. Everyone's here for the next team. The greatest team in the division.
The Rams threw up all over you?
Yeah, they did throw up all over me. The Los Angeles, don't call them St. Louis Rams. I saw a podcast the other day that still referred to them as the St. Louis Rams by accident.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
They're just sticking in like, all right, we're not changing what we call this team. This offseason really hinged on a big decision here.
Yes.
Because it was whether Matt Stafford was going to come back. If he did not come back, this thing was getting torn down to the suds. They were starting all over. Matt Stafford decides to come back. He is back for another year, and then they sort of stacked up for potentially a last ride here.
Yeah. They brought in Devontae Adams, kicked Cooper Kupp to the curb, who we actually thought he would get traded last offseason. So, like, it was kind of like the writing was on the wall. Devontae Adams comes in. Now you upgrade the position, even though he's still up there in age. Alaric Jackson is hurt, and I believe he's out all of this year. But DJ Humphries is going to be super helpful filling in for him. You brought in a center. You brought in Dave Quisenberry. Defensively, you shored up a little bit of the defensive line and linebackers. You got Poona Ford and Nate Landman. So I think they brought in a lot of names that are definitely going to help here. What I like is what they did in the draft. They didn't have a first-round pick. And I believe they originally didn't have a second-round pick, if I'm not mistaken. But they got Terrence Ferguson, another tight end. I think they're just next man up kind of thinking here. They got in Josiah Stewart, linebacker. They got a couple of late round picks on the defensive line and linebackers. And they brought in another running back. And you may be like, well, why do they need another running back? Because they go so deep with these running backs, like in terms of like rotating them in and out, that like everybody gets playing time. So getting yet another fresh pair of legs to throw in there. And Jarquez Hunter, really good running back for the Auburn Tigers. Kind of went under the radar. So I like what they did in the draft to kind of solidify this. But like you said, this may be Matt Stafford's last ride. So this is it.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually realized they still, buried there down in the depth chart is that running back. They have Cody Schrader, who was a walk-on. If anyone watched that Cotton Bowl, Missouri and Ohio State, that's what the announcer said about him all game long. Stetson Bennett is still here, by the way.
Yes. Same, and they kept Jimmy G. So, I mean, I think they'll be okay after Stafford leaves. But I don't know if I want either of those quarterbacks starting for my team. But I think some question marks are, can DJ Humphries be like a big enough anchor to take over for Jackson? If Jackson truly is out all year, it's going to be a little bit of a slap in the face watching this offensive line every week.
Yeah.
They got Braden Fisk last year, and they got what's his name, Jared Verse.
What? Jared Verse. That's not what's his name. He was like, he changed his whole defense.
He did. He's so good. He had one of the best rookie seasons I think I've seen in a long time from a defensive end.
Just an absolute stud.
And did you see him recently? Like his post-workout?
I'm sure it's another one of those off-season post-workout, he's completely built vids.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how it is. Their corners are a little light, though. That's another. Like, I would have loved to see them get Jalen Ramsey back. I think he would have added and made this kind of a scary defense, but
yeah, the secondary is it's decent. It doesn't give you fear as an offense, though.
No. Like, you can definitely throw on them.
Yeah. And I did like the move of...
But they brought in Emmanuel Forbes. I forgot that he found his way here at the end of last season.
But yeah, you look at Puna Ford, he was a huge pickup because...
Not just because he's a big guy.
Well, actually, yeah, because he is a big guy, and this team struggled against the run last year. So that was a big pickup to kind of help them get better at stopping that. And so I think we could see the run defense improve. That was a weakness from last year. So I'm curious to see how that shapes out. I think again, though, you're right about the offensive line. That's a little bit concerning. But I'm kind of picking on receiver depth here a little bit, just because beyond Adams and Puka, your next best option is Tutu Atwell, who he can pop on occasion, but is inconsistent at best. There's not really anyone I look at here and go, they could be, they could step up if one of those guys were to get hurt or something. So you need Puka and Devontae to be healthy all year long.
Yeah, but when back to the whole rotating running backs, you have Kyron Williams, who is really good running back in both the running back, like rushing game, and in the pass game. Blake Corum, better on short yardage stuff, but I mean, you can still throw him the ball. It's not like he just can't catch. And then Jarquiz Hunter, he's going to be involved in the pass game quite a bit too. So you have a couple guys who can catch the ball, so it adds to that. But yeah, I wanted to see at least one more receiver make it to the rotation.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he didn't have a lot of draft picks, so maybe not there, but maybe try to sign someone somewhere. I mean,
Isaiah Bond.
Yeah,
if he's not like blacklisted.
Man, he might be. That was a wild situation. Oh
yeah.
Man, I forgot. Britton Covey was signed from Philadelphia, kind of buried there on a deep team, so maybe he could be the guy. But I kind of look at him as mostly a guy who's going to help in the return game.
Yeah, and I do like the rotation they have going for the offensive line, and then the front seven of their defense. I like. They're not bad in the secondary. I just think they can be better. I think they can find better options.
Yeah. I mean, and don't forget about this team. One last note here. I mean, don't forget, during the playoffs, this was the only team that came close to beating the Eagles when they went on the warpath through the NFL.
Yeah. They were what, like 6 inches away?
Not 6 inches, but they were
where that
close.
Ball was thrown?
Yeah.
Like it was 6 inches or so higher than what it needed to be, and then they would have gotten a first down and then potentially punched it in to win the game. I mean, it's a game of inches and all of them count, and they blew all those inches right there. So who knows? I mean, if the Rams could have beaten the Eagles, what could they have been the rest of the playoffs? I don't know, but I think they are a couple, like the ball bouncing the right way away from them making the Super Bowl again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Follow us at Updog Sports Talk. Like, subscribe, comment. You can find us on social medias, X, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, TikTok. Yeah, those are the main ones. Obviously, YouTube for shorts and stuff and our videos. You can also listen to us, Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcasts, we're there. So we'll catch you next time. Again, we are not live during the summer. We are going to recorded videos. So we'll keep pumping those out, and we'll see you guys next fall.
Our next live episode will be during football season. We're almost there.
Yes, almost there. Well, we'll see you guys next time.